okay? This poem is called They Didn't Tell Us That. Your day for cleaning the bathroom is Saturday. Your day to do the dishes is Thursday. Please keep your room clean and separate your laundry. The dog needs to be walked and your grades better stay above a C. Come on in this kitchen so I can show you a few things so you'll be able to cook for yourself as you get older. I'm telling you, the way that I was treating couldn't get much colder. Run down to the corner store, get the things on this list, and ask Mr. Calvaresi to put it on my tab. Make sure you take a shower. Don't nobody want to be smelling you. Your aunts need a babysitter and you're going to help them out too. At night when she works and then go to school from there. I'll check on you from time to time. Just make sure you do your hair. Your little cousins need their hair done. Call your aunts and tell them you're coming to do it. And no, you ain't getting paid. This is family. Don't throw no shade. Never really mattered. My feelings were never conveyed. I realized at some point my family was more worried about what was seen, but I knew there was more, and I hoped God would intervene. Make sure you're on the porch when the street lights come on. Didn't I tell you what goes on in this house stays in this house? So telling on a molester was frowned upon. But they didn't tell me I was being groomed to be in abusive relationships. They didn't tell me to watch out for the decision of my uncle or the deacon. You know, the one who's a little too touchy-feely. They didn't tell me men would take advantage of me, really. They didn't tell me I was special, so I didn't see. While I was a child, you decided that was on me. They didn't tell me to have fun and just be a kid. So I just sat back and I watched all the things they did. They didn't tell me I would be left to fend for myself. While my mother was busy working, I was like a fucking doll on a shelf. I was only useful when family had me using me as a service or comfort for them. And they felt entitled to everything I did. They didn't tell me that my family would hurt me more than strangers. And you want to know why I have all this unresolved anger? And even though I tried to make sure things didn't happen to my daughter, I couldn't be with her all the time, so she was like a sheep sent to be slaughtered. They didn't tell me that hurt people hurt people. They didn't tell me things would do to you, people would do to you would be so unspeakable. They didn't tell me to stand up for myself. They just watched at me and talked about me like my life went to hell. They didn't tell me to stand up for myself, I'm telling y'all. They didn't tell me that family had trauma. They were too busy getting high and trying to escape the drama. They didn't tell me about self-love, only really learned about God above. I didn't realize until much later that they too lacked self-love, had trauma and scars, and I didn't think that they would get very far. But I have broken this generational cycle. This is not another story of just survival. Through this awakening, I continue to strive. I have healed so much, even my thoughts of suicide. So even if you can say they didn't tell us that, the people who came before you could only love you from where they mentally and emotionally sat.